everybody. Welcome to Wake Up Missoula. I'm Scott Ramp.
And I'm Noelle McCoy.
And we are your hosts for this morning edition of Wednesday, May 20th, 2015.
Wake Up Missoula. But we're always your hosts of Wake Up Missoula.
We're always. Yes. And of course,
so
Noelle won't be here on Friday.
Yes, yeah. So you guys, tomorrow I am going off to Sasquatch Music Festival at the Gorge for 4 days with my girlfriends.
Nice.
And I'm so excited. So I'm going to give everyone some festival survival guides and tips later on in the show, because that's important. And I remember when I first went, I had no idea what to expect, and I was really cold.
And I got some new programming to talk about. I have some trending videos that I'm gonna talk about. But first, weather.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about weather. And right now it's like 50 degrees outside, but it's super windy. It's terribly windy outside.
It is.
We were walking across the street. A bunch of cups just blew out of my hands, and it's like, this is ridiculous.
It was crazy.
And I just littered, and now it's time to run away.
Scott, why would you litter? Missoula. Do you guys hear that? Litter.
Anyways, if you take a look at our the week of what's happening with weather, it's going to be 71 degrees today, so it's going to be in the 70s. Tonight it's going to be mostly cloudy, and of course Thursday you can expect a chance of a thunderstorm happening for the next couple days, and then by the weekend you can expect partly showers and sun and whatnot. And of course, we have a special day today. If you guys are listening in our background, that people are in our studio, our cat box we call it, or Studio B, our lobby. I like to call it the cat box.
The cat box. A lot of people are in the cat box right now, but no cats. But yeah, so this morning's coffee talk.
Coffee talk. And Joel's there, and we're gonna throw it to Joel in about halfway through the show. So we would show you a clip, but it's just of somebody's back, as you can see.
There's the camera right now.
So there's coffee talk right there.
That's crazy.
Nothing happening, just somebody's back.
Very good too.
That's super funny.
Right here.
But of course, this is a very interesting trending video right now. I looked online, and this is very cool. It basically shows you how to create a rose, a flower, out of an onion.
It's so cool.
Like a bloomin' onion, technically. Your own bloomin' onion.
Oh, nice.
So, as you can see, they're going to show you how to cut it, and here's a little taste.
A flat spot so that the onion doesn't roll around. Then take a sharp knife and cut the onion in half, but don't go all the way through the onion. Go to about half an inch from the bottom so that all the pieces stay together. Cut it in half again so you get 4 segments, and then cut each of those 4 segments in half.
Okay, so you got the directions. It's simple cut. You drizzle the olive oil and put it basically
in a glass pan. Yeah.
And
And this is what happens.
This is the baking process.
Then sprinkle it with salt and a little bit of cracked pepper if you want.
And of course,
okay, and so they've got
they move on, they bake it, they throw it in the
and they are
oven.
Nearly tender. In the oven, uncovered, for an additional 10 minutes.
And then, as you can see,
and the recipe states that you can serve each of the onions with a sprinkling of capers.
I think that's really cool.
So beautiful.
That's something I'm definitely going to try.
I think I am too. That's
because
awesome.
It's like a great way to get your own somewhat bloomin' onion. And of course, there's I guess I can show part of this trendy video. It's the
This is cute.
It's pretty adorable. About like even if lions, you expect ferocious things, and but this lion especially is nice.
They're
because
just sweet little kitties.
Yeah, well, it's the first time you get to touch like solid earth and grass and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh!
And this
is a circus lion, right?
Nope, here it is. So now they just threw him into his new home, and he's he's just enjoying his time.
That's so cute.
Hanging out.
Oh.
Yep, but of course, and that's what's trending on MCAT today. Basically, just all that's going on.
That's so cute. Cute little kitty.
But of course, the top trends right now that people are looking for on Google is Bed Bath & Beyond is the #1 search. Who won The Voice? People are looking up The Voice because people don't watch it. People just want to know who won. Then there's the NBA Draft Lottery.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Those are the top trending items on Google right now. But of course, you can find out more information about our very own show by logging on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula.
You can also like us on Facebook, as well as like us on Twitter.
Oh, don't forget Missoula Community Access Television is on Twitter as well. So we tweet everything that's happening, our new programming, current programming, what's happening on MCAT Channel 189 and 190. And of course, you can like MCAT on our Facebook page.
Yeah, and then go to mcat.org if you want any more information about us, or if you want to find out how you can make your own TV, get in touch with us, anything.
And of course, current items right now is that we're going to take a week off in June. So June 15th through the 19th. We're basically, it's like a Thursday to Thursday. Or not really a Thursday, but it's pretty close.
MCAT needs a vacation too.
Yeah, it's just one break because we're going to be doing our summer camps happening this year as well.
Yeah.
So summer camps, they're happening all summer. And of course, you can find out more by clicking onto our tab on MCAT.org for summer camps. If you click right here, it'll bring you to this page, and we have the Raptors of the Rocky Wildlife Filmmaking, June 22nd to the 26th, Animation Camp, July 6th to the July 10th, and our big, huge movie making camp where we all come together and make one big movie, July 27th through the July 31st. So it's the last week of July.
Yeah, it's a good.
And of course, there's still room in all of them.
Yes, so sign your kid up today. It's a lot of fun. So we've got Raptors of the Rockies, which is wildlife, and then animation. And I know I just
the little coffee talk, the accent.
Coffee talk. I'm the Clem. Talks amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves.
But of course, you do have new programming, and right after this program, we're going to bring out Theresa Cox to talk about the Carousel for Missoula, which is celebrating their 20th year. So we'll be right back right after this.
I don't know and did not hear anyone mention any assistance in that way. People spoke frequently of very limited food access, often being either very, very cold or very, very hot in the cells. I think food twice a day in limited amounts. You have to have someone sending money for you to be able to make any kind of phone call or connection.
That the new American Constitution proposes to make an experiment for mankind to see whether a republic can actually be good government. That's the phrase, good government, in practice and not just in imagination. America will be exceptional rather than unique. Exceptional in being the first to make a republic work.
All right, we're here with Theresa Cox, and you're here to talk about a Carousel for Missoula.
Of course, yes.
Always.
Yeah.
And so you guys are celebrating your 20 years.
20th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And so what are you guys doing to celebrate that?
We are doing a lot of things, but in particular, this Saturday is Kids Day. And we do Kids Day every year, so it's free rides for the community because the community is so generous to us. We want to make sure that we give back to them in the ways that we can. This Kids Day will be a little different because it is our 20th anniversary, so we have some exciting things going on in the plaza. We'll start at 9:45, in the Carousel Park stage with an introduction or a welcome by a couple of my board members, very short, and then we'll walk over to the Carousel and the doors will go up at 10 o'clock. And we'll give free rides from 10 until 7. We have cotton candy on the plaza, ice cream, photo balloons. We have these really cool balloons where we can print your face on a balloon with a Carousel band around it. So those are really fun to take home. And glitter tattoos. So lots of just fun things that'll be going on that day. And the carvers will be on the plaza to show people how they do what they do.
Cool.
So, lots of fun stuff. We'll have some information up about our expansion. We are expanding the building 20 feet to the east, so it's 640-foot expansion. Still raising money for that, so give me a call if you need, if you're looking for some place to put some money. We'll have a museum where we can tell the story of the Carousel in Dragon Hollow, a bigger workshop for our volunteers, which allows us to make the gift shop back to its full size. Right now, the carvers work in the back half of the gift shop. And we'll do an enclosed party room inside. Fun. It's going to be great. So, we're hoping to break ground in the fall if we can raise the money for that.
Sounds like a great opportunity.
Yes.
That's a good, more space for you guys.
Right.
That's nice.
The Carousel was built to be a warm weather attraction. We were only going to be open during the summer months. And for 20 years, we've been open year round. So we've been making accommodations for the lack of space for 20 years, and it's time to do something about that. We're a grown-up now. We're 20 years old.
You guys just got out of high school.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of a summer job, you want a career.
That's right.
Make the carousel the career for everyone to be able to go to, ride the carousel, pick up some cool knickknacks, even do a couple conferences, because that's why you're expanding, because you want to have a couple rooms for conferences,
Yes.
and this and that.
We can do
host like the
Cool.
United Carousel Alliance or something. I don't know.
National Carousel Association.
National Carousel.
There is a National Carousel Association. Yes.
Of course, there's always something.
Yeah.
There's always something for everything. Which is great.
Yeah.
And this is I hear it's the fastest carousel.
We
In
think
the
it's
West?
the fastest. We always say it's one of the fastest because we can't prove it.
Yeah.
Occasionally, the Spokane Carousel's motor goes out. They put an old motor in it, and then they're faster than we are for a couple days until they fix the motor.
Right.
And there's one in Republic, Washington that runs like 4 times a year, and it's faster than we are.
So like 4 rides a year, or just
4 days a year.
okay? 4.
Okay.
Only
Just
4
on
days a year.
holidays, yeah.
What?
I mean, we're the fastest ongoing, I'd say.
I think so,
fastest
yeah.
year round.
And we have the largest band organ in continuous use in the United States, so we had a lot of big things going for us.
Yes, we're the best.
And the best community.
Yes. Like
I do a lot of tours for adults who come through from other communities, and they listen to how the carousel got started, and they say, we couldn't do this where I live. And that makes me so proud of Missoula.
Yeah. Yep. So where can people find more information?
At our website, which is carouselformissoula.com, and just come on down Saturday between 10 and 7, have a good time, rides are on us, and help us celebrate.
Do you have to is there an age limit for free rides?
Anywhere between 0 and like 140.
Perfect, yeah. Your grandma can get on
And if
there.
you're older than 140, come see me and I'll make sure you get some tokens.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
do you have anything else you want to say?
Just congratulations to you guys. Because it
thank
is
you.
a big birthday for you as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we just
Thank you
celebrated
very
our
much.
25 year. Yeah, congratulations to you guys.
Thanks, yeah.
So, we'll be right back with more Wake Up Missoula. We have Joel waiting.
Yeah.
He'll be interviewing some people as well, so we're going to throw to him in a little bit. So just stay tuned with us.
Oh, hey! We didn't notice you there. Say, we're at an MCAT camp right now, and over the past summer, we've had many of them, so many that I can't keep track. And during these camps, we've had groups making movies all day long. It's a really great thing. And you can sign your child up today. The thing is, MCAT camps are amazing and fun, and everyone loves them. So, if you're thinking of camps to put your child in this summer to get them away from you, choose MCAT, because we know what we're doing, I think. And everything is just spectacular. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool. Here I am, cat. Here I am, cat. Everything is cool with the K.
Why am I drinking water for coffee talk? Damn. Because I already took a... Oh, we're here. Hi, everyone. I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access TV, up early for the Missoula Downtown Association Coffee Talk. It's being held at MCAT this very morning. And I'm here with Topher Williams, who works for the Missoula Downtown Association. Topher, thanks so much for coming over.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, Joel.
Yeah, you want to tell people about the Coffee Talk opportunities?
Absolutely. So once a month, we host networking events for for all of our members. So we have a coffee talk from 8 to 9, which is what we're at right now.
We are.
We also have a luncheon from 11:30 to 1, and then we have a downtown on tap, is what we call it, from 5 to 7. And so we do each of these, once a month as an opportunity for our members to come together, meet other folks in the community, specifically business leaders, and have a little coffee.
Nice. And so, if you guys watching are a person with a business downtown or know someone downtown, think about it. Missoula, what is it? MissoulaDowntownAssociation.org on the web.
We're MissoulaDowntown.com.
See, that's pretty easy. And you may be wondering what constitutes downtown. Like, there's some fellas here from Territorial Landworks, and I happen to know that they're now located out by the mall. So what does that mean? You know, for members or people with businesses, what's your territory?
Totally. Well, that's a great question. You know, I think that folks there's a lot of folks who may not be physically located downtown who really add a lot to downtown culture. So folks like Territorial Landworks, you know, participate in what's happening downtown. They support things that are happening downtown. They work with companies downtown, and there's a lot of folks like that. Blackfoot Communications is another great example. Not physically located downtown, but you know they provide services to downtown, and so because of that, they're really part of our downtown community and should be included in downtown Missoula, just as you know I think Greater Missoula should be. I think it's important for us to be connected to our community through our downtown, and that's really what we strive to do.
Yeah. I think it's a very good point. Like, you guys know that I've done my talk show. I was just telling Topher for an awful long time. One of the principles behind that is to have people just mildly engaged in the place where they live. This reduces a lot of excitement. You know, when something comes up, you say, oh, I never heard they were doing that. Well, you could go to Coffee Talk, and you might learn, like, this new thing is coming. Or if you have a business and you want to network, it's a great opportunity. Membership is modest, right?
Yeah, so it's tiered based on your revenue. So if you're a nonprofit or you're a new business out there, it only costs $120 to join the MTA. It goes up from there depending on your business's revenue. You can also join individually. You know, we are always glad to have individual members who just really support our mission of connecting folks to our community. And they become members because, you know, they care about our community.
Right. Well, great. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a heads up that there is a Missoula Downtown Association. They have lots of fun events, and you can find them on the web and get connected. So I don't know, I'm glancing over my shoulder to see if anyone is going to go back. Oh, they're going to show PSA, right? All right. So we'll see you later, and thanks for watching Wake Up Missoula.
The harlequin duck is one of Montana's rarest birds. Currently wintering on the Pacific Ocean, harlequins migrate to Montana's streams to breed in the spring. One of the most productive areas is McDonald Creek in Glacier Park.
This 10-mile stretch of the creek from Lake McDonald to Logan Creek produces 25% of all of the chicks that are produced in Montana and has the highest breeding density of harlequins in the lower 48.
But when no harlequin duck chicks were found on McDonald Creek a few years ago, researchers wanted to learn more.
We had radio transmitters on these females, and we wanted to look at, you know, where in the stream do the females want to be in relationship to different stream features and habitat features, and also distance to going to the Sun Road.
While Montana is on the southeastern extent of the harlequin's range, there is concern these rare ducks are in decline.
Across the board, they're just difficult to study. They occur in these remote locations. Very little research has been done, and we just don't know much about them.
Through his research, Hansen believes we need to continue to monitor Montana's harlequin ducks and conserve the waters they use to maintain the harlequin in the future.
It's really important to know what are the focal streams, what are the important streams where a lot of these ducks are coming from, to focus our efforts to think about, you know, how the stream is being managed.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
Okay,
Hi,
and that was that.
We are back, and I hope you all enjoyed Coffee Talk.
Yeah, just a little bit of that.
Itself. Did you ever see Mike Myers' Coffee Talk on Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
So funny. So funny. I've been saying Coffee Talk all morning. Like, even when I woke up, I was like, talk amongst yourselves, have a cleanse. I love that.
I was really tempted not to tell you or remind you that we're going to do that coffee talk, and then you just have you like, what's going on?
Oh, no, I already knew.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on
Oh,
lock.
the coffee people.
Got that on lock. I know, I want some coffee.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you get coffee? There's like a bunch of coffee over there. It's going to get cold within like the next half hour or so. I don't know. It's in that bladder, so it might stay a little warm a little longer.
Yeah, I think it will. Well, when we go over to Joel again, I'll get some coffee.
Okay.
All right, everyone. So now you all know that I'm going to be drinking coffee later.
Cool.
So, I'm going to Sasquatch Music Festival tomorrow, where it starts Thursday. Well, concerts start Friday. We'll be leaving up there Thursday, and we're leaving today. I don't know.
Well, you're leaving today?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, we're going to Spokane for the night.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, you're really going hard.
Oh, I'm really going. Oh, yeah. I just had a crazy semester. Like, I'm going all out, and I'm stoked. So, to really survive, Sasquatch is, outdoor. You camp for 4 days. You've got full 12 hours of music for 4 days. It's a lot. It's intense. And so there are lots of different tips and techniques to survive your 4 or 5 day festival. It's intense. Okay, so first one is pack right and pack light, which is super smart. You gotta bring all of your sweatshirts, you gotta bring blankets, you have to bring warm clothes, but also versatile clothes, because Sasquatch is in eastern Washington.
Yes.
And it's like Missoula, it's like Montana, so it'll be hot during the day and cold at night. So once that sun goes down, you gotta bring a sweatshirt.
Yep.
Bring a sweatshirt, check the weather forecast, because it could be raining and you could just bring all your cute clothes and then you're just cold the whole time. And that's miserable. Bring some good shoes too. Bring some good shoes. Bring some shoes that you can run around in, and make sure that you don't have to worry about falling over or having a heel on it. Don't wear heels. Yeah. Familiarize yourself with the rules, but really just don't get caught. That's how I like to think of it.
Basically like real life.
Yeah.
The law does apply to Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Basically what they should be saying.
Yeah. Bring lots of things that you can keep yourself, keep your hygiene up, because you won't be showering. If you are showering, I'm a little disappointed. Because you're out there for 4 days for a reason,
Is it like a stream or a river right next to the gorge?
Nah, there's a Columbia River. It's huge.
They can just dip their head in there and then be done.
I don't think so. Here, I'll show you guys a picture of the gorge. If you guys have not ever seen the gorge before, I shall show you a picture. Oh shoot, oops, I just minimized it. Sorry everyone. Yeah, but this is the gorge. This is the main stage. And so, as you can see, everyone has blankets, and it's a lot of people, and it's outside, and it's really intense. And so it's always smart to, it's always smart to be prepared for what you're gonna do. So bring dry shampoo, baby wipes, and whatever else necessary that you feel so you can not shower for a few days. Bring lots of caffeine. You gotta bring good
Purell.
food too.
Bring Purell.
Yeah,
Purell's the Purell's cheap band shower.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome.
Yep.
It works really well too.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. So also remember to bring sunblock. Eat light. Bring good, healthy foods rather than just a bunch of junk food or concessions, because it gets really expensive in there.
Granola bars.
Yeah, granola bars, fruit, sandwiches, yeah, all of that. Remember where you park if you're going to a festival, where you're parking, or remember where you're camping too. It's always a good idea to identify your campsite with a balloon or a flag or anything, so that when you're trying to get back there and it's late at night or you don't remember where you are, you can identify it easily. Have a game plan. Just kind of figure out where you're gonna go and who you're gonna see and who you're gonna be with. Make sure that you stick with your buddies. Always go in pairs. Don't go alone. If your cell phone battery will probably drain pretty easly, and you don't want to get lost.
And you really can't just plug in your thing to a tree.
No, you can't. But they do have charging stations now. Yeah, which is nice, but always go in pairs or more. Pace yourself, because it is a party, and so if you're going to be drinking and having lots of fun, you gotta go pace yourself. It's like a 5-day party. You don't wanna go all out the first day and then you're just dead for the rest of the days. Yeah. And like I said earlier, wear good shoes. You've got to wear shoes.
It's gonna be muddy.
Yeah, you've got to wear shoes that you can jump around and hop around and
Basically the rule is just wear shoes that you're gonna throw away. Yeah, shoes you're never gonna wear again. Just
Well, I guess it depends on how hard you go.
Yeah.
If you jump in a bunch of mud. Like me, I don't jump in mud. So I wear my good shoes.
But expect your shoes to get ruined regardless.
Yeah, expect them to not look as good. Yeah. Wear sunglasses and hats. Definitely, you got to keep that sun out of your face. And remember to pack smart. It could rain. So definitely bring a poncho. Bring a backpack. Backpacks are probably the easiest thing, and you're just going to save yourself so much energy and time, and putting stuff away and looking for it. It just takes a lot of energy. And hydrate. Drink so much water. Seriously. You've got to be drinking water. You'll be out in the elements, you'll be in the sun, you'll be having a good time and, drinking, and you have to drink a lot of water to survive. Also, you gotta choose a bigger tent than you need, and just in case you need some people to sleep in there or you need some extra room. Choose your spot carefully, claim your spot, form a circle, identify your tent, make friends with your neighbors. That's super important because you guys can all have each other's backs, and it's a lot of fun. It's fun to have neighbors at a festival. You're all going in there for the same thing. Yeah. Hide your valuables, enjoy yourself, plan for a disaster, and just enjoy the music. Have a good time. Don't worry about your cell phone, don't worry about a camera, don't worry about anything else except for where you are in that moment at that time. Just be in the present with your friends. Yeah. And so I think that's pretty much it for my festival.
That's a lot of tips.
Tips and guide, yeah. Well, I've been a lot of years, and so now I kind of got it under my belt and what I need to do. Also, it's good to bring a flashlight. So when you're walking around at night from campsite to campsite, you can see where you're going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I guess I've got some events, too. Well, I don't guess. I definitely have some events.
Yeah, you definitely have events.
Yeah.
It's your thing.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome, Noelle McAvoy, host of Wake Up Missoula. I'm not going to shake your hand.
Come on,
Get out of here. Get out of here. No, stop. Just do your events. It's already 9:30.
Where did the time go?
Oh, it's 8:30. Sorry. Our clock says 9:30 because it's an hour ahead.
It's 9:30? Oh my God.
No, it's 8:30.
We're way over.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Okay.
I need coffee.
Okay, so now I've got events. So this is everything that's going on today, Wednesday. Montauk is having their 1 million cups. This is every Wednesday where they feature 2 local entrepreneurs and they present their startups to the audience, and then they have a 6-minute educational presentation, and then they have 20 minutes of feedback and questioning. So if you're interested in that, check out Montauk. That's every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Spectrum Discovery Area from 11 to 4. The Discovery Bench is properties of H2O, and their Brain Lab are optics. So, like we were kind of talking about last week, all the college kids are out. College is done. And so the kids threw away a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
And so there is this thing called Campus Thrift that's going on.
Just started.
Yeah, today at noon. Yeah. So it's an on-campus sale benefiting UM sustainability initiatives. So it's an effort to minimize waste during move-out week. They've gathered all the stuff. They basically went dumpster diving, and now they're going to sell it to you.
Yeah, basically, otherwise known as better late than never.
Yeah.
Who you could have thought of this 50 years ago, or when you guys started? Who knows how many mini fridges could have had happy homes?
Seriously.
It's like you're watching a Sarah McLachlan commercial and it shows a bunch of mini fridges. It's like,
we should make that. That'd be funny.
It's like, do you want your college fridge to be
alone
and
forever?
Scared in a ditch? I just saw a bunch of old.
Yeah, college fridges.
College.
So
it's serious.
Check that out. If you didn't get a chance to go dumpster diving, you can just give them your money for the same thing. Who knows? Go check it out. It should be fun. Okay, at the Learning Center at Red Willow, there's meditation for beginners starting at noon today. And so this is a course that'll provide people with introduction to 3 meditation techniques: mindfulness meditation, compassionate meditation, and loving kindness. And so this is for people with no experience or little experience with meditation. And it'll also include discussion about current neuroscience findings on the benefits of meditation and tools for establishing your own daily practice. Middle School Writers is going on at the Missoula Public Library every Wednesday from 3:30 to 5. This is for grades 6 through 9. And it's for writers to get and give good feedback, play with words, play games, and eat some chocolate. Yeah. Community Unite is at the Kennel House Northside. And it's every beer sold, 50 cents from that beer sold will go to the nonprofit of the night. There's yoga for chronic pain at 5 p.m. at the Learning Center at Red Willow. There's a prerequisite 101 screening in order to enter this class. And it's for people that suffer with chronic back pain, fibromyalgia, arthritis, or various other conditions that's led to them experience pain for 6 months or more. And so you'll learn how repetitive pain affects the nervous system, and you'll explore the use of gentle yoga, mindful meditation, guided visualization, and breath work to lessen your pain. So call Dina at 721-0033 to set up a prerequisite, or if you just want more information.
Prereq.
Yeah, or if you just want more information. The Learning Center at Red Willow, they've got meditation for veterans. This is part of their Heroes Therapeutic Outreach Program. It starts at 5:30 this evening. And they're offering a free meditation course for veterans, their families, and caregivers. It has been proven and shown to release stress and help with the symptoms of PTSD.
Cool.
Yeah. Adventure Camp is going on at the First Baptist Church starting at 6 p.m. So this is Wednesday nights from May 20th to June 17th. Registration is $20 per child. You can follow the website link at www.fbcmissoula.org for more information, or you can call 549-4555. At Imagination Brewery, they are hosting a eclectic acoustic pop with guitar, soprano, sax, and vocals. This is put on by Patrick Montgomery and Ron Bissell. And so that'll be at Imagination Brewing Company. That's on Broadway Street at 6 p.m. tonight. And at NAMI Missoula, they're having our Mental Health Month event starting at 6:30 this evening at the Missoula Public Library. They're presenting a free screening and discussion of the award-winning film Call Me Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. There are country dance lessons with instructor Kathy Clark. I know, it's kind of hard to say.
Because the Clark, and then you say Clathy Clark.
Kathy Clark. Okay, she'll be at the Sunrise Saloon giving country dance lessons starting at 7 p.m. It's $5 per lesson.
Gonna be an awesome hoedown.
Yeah.
That's. I feel very offended.
Stop.
I'm a Montana and I feel offended by your little hoedown thing right there.
Isn't that like the epitome of a hoedown?
No.
These are like the arm movements of the hoedown. And then my foot's tapping if you guys can't hear that.
And then like if you like listen to rap, it's like it's like not much different from doing this to doing that.
This is my signature dance move when I listen to rap.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
All right.
I just love it. Okay, there is a karaoke contest tonight at 8:30 p.m. It's at the Eagles Lodge, Missoula. This takes place every Wednesday night. And there's karaoke at the Badlander at 9. The Palace has Milk Crate Wednesday at 9. That's DJ stuff. And there's an open jam night at Monk's at 9 p.m. They have amps and a drum set. You just bring your band or just come and jam out. So it's open to all musicians. Starts at Monk's 9 p.m. So that's what's going on for your Wednesday events. Up next, we're going to switch gears over to Asaph.
Hit it, Asaph.
Thank you. All right, we're going to talk about Paul Allen Wood Schaefer, known as Paul Schaefer to the world. And this man, to me, has probably had the ultimate gig for any musician in history. This is a man that has held the same job for 33 years, the same musical gig.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, Paul Schaefer is he's a Canadian-American musician, actor, voice actor, author, comedian, composer, has been with David Letterman's musical director and band leader and sidekick for both of Letterman's shows. He did the Late Show from 82 to 93, and then he did the Late Show with David Letterman from 93 to current. And tonight is Paul Schaefer's last hurrah.
Oh, yeah.
Because David Letterman is going to retire tonight, so I'll be watching this show with interest. Show some of the, we've got some of the pictures and the clip, and I'll tell you a little bit more about him.
Okay.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Okay, anyway, as a child, he took piano lessons, and he also studied the organ as a teenager. And he has a BA degree in sociology in 1971. He began his musical career in 1972 with Stephen Schwartz as musical director for the Toronto production of Godspell, with people like Gilda Radner, Martin Short, Eugene Levy, some of the people from Second City TV and Saturday Night Live.
Wow.
And he's done some Broadway shows in his youth. And then finally, in 1982, he became the music director for David Letterman, and he did both of those shows, as I mentioned. He's also a Grammy nominated. He was Grammy nominated for 2 solo albums in 1989, and he's worked with people over the years like Diana Ross, B.B. King, Cyndi Lauper, Carl Perkins, Yoko Ono, and just tons of other people I wouldn't have time to mention. And finally, he did the voice for a character called Hermes in the Disney Hercules cartoon.
Nice.
So that's kind of an overall career for Paul Shaffer. But I'm going to be watching his show tonight with interest because CBS has been asking him, what's he going to do now that this show is over?
I'm very curious is what he's going to do now.
Yeah, so I'll be watching this show tonight and see how David Letterman and Paul Shaffer will end their last hurrah.
Cool.
Go ahead. I think this is a clip of him performing. This is their version of this song. It's a pretty cool song.
It is a good song.
And people don't realize Paul Shaffer is also classically trained.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he knows how to play classical music quite well.
Very cool.
In fact, they featured him one night doing a Mozart piece on the Letterman show. It was pretty impressive. He just did it all by himself. No band, just
cool.
Lightning work all over the keyboards.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So that's my story on Paul Shaffer. God bless him. I hope he'll do well when he retires tonight.
I hope so
all right.
too. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Asaph. That was Musical Notes with Asaph with Paul Shaffer?
Yes, Paul Shaffer.
Yep.
And I also, I need to give a shout out to the late B.B. King because we lost him on Thursday last week, and that's so heartbreaking. He was
89.
Was one of the blues greats, and he was born in the Mississippi Delta. And I learned that he left when he was like 13, 14, and started playing music on the street corners.
Blues, jazz guitar.
Yeah.
He was one of the original.
Yep. And so R.I.P. B.B. King, and thank you so much for your great music throughout the years. Yeah. So up next we've got events for tomorrow. So this is what's going on for Thursday. So starting at 10 a.m. is the NAMI Missoula weekly meeting. This is for the mental health meeting. This is a free weekly meeting for anyone affected by mental illness or interested in learning about NAMI. This will be at the Providence Center in 902 North Orange, room 104. Chico's in the Southgate Mall, they're doing Shop for a Cause. So from 12 to 4 tomorrow, 10% of all their proceeds for the day will be donated to Children's Miracle Network and given to Shodare Children's Hospital in Helena. They're also going to be having Montana champion child Jordan Hardman in the store. She was diagnosed with tuberculosis? No. I don't know. It says tuberous sclerosis.
Sclerosis?
It might be tuberculosis.
No, it's TS.
I don't know. Weird. Anyway, she was diagnosed with some terrible illness at age 10. And she'll be in the store talking about Shodare and all that they have done for her. Yeah. They'll also have treats and a raffle and everything, so check it out. You'll be giving back to a good cause. Shop for a cause. How could you give up shopping?
Tuberous sclerosis. Sclerosis. Yeah.
Tuberous sclerosis. Interesting.
It takes a little while to think.
It really does. Yeah. Especially,
if you're reading like medical terms, it's like Burnswick.
Yeah.
Isn't that a skateboard? No. I got Burnswick disease.
So up next tomorrow at 1:30 is the NAMI Connection Support Group. So this is the free weekly support group for adults with mental illness. It's on 202 Brick Street, room 210. And then my favorite event is Read Dogs, the Reading Education Assistance Dog, where you can go and read to them if you don't have anyone to read to, or if you just want to read to them. That's from 3 to 4 in the Dragon Rug in the children's area at the library. And then, as always, Lego Club is going on at the same time, 3:30 to 5, Dragon Rug and the children's area. Lego and Duplo pieces will be provided, and if you're under 12, you have to have an adult with you. We've got a couple wine tastings. We've got 10 Spoon Vineyard and Winery. They've got a wine tasting starting at 4. And then the Old Post, underneath the Old Post Pub, La Grata Bella, they've got their downtown drop-in wine tasting at 5. And that one is $10, payable at the Old Post Pub, a minimum of 4 wines, and there's a different theme each week. The Missoula Art Museum has got their Volunteer Appreciation Party Art and Play tomorrow, starting at 5 p.m. It's from 5 to 7, and this is by a celebration for their hardworking volunteers. They are going to have, some food, and they've got some drinks and music and all that fun stuff. Merry Place and Blue Moon is going to be at the Union Club at 5:30 tomorrow evening. They do nice and fun, cool jazz. Nice, fun, cool jazz. Yeah. The Missoula Federal Credit Union Training Center, which I didn't know they had a training center, but they do, located on 3600 Brook Street. They're having an Alzheimer's disease lecture series. This is put on by neuropsychologist Dr. Rob Vellin. He's going to be discussing understanding the risk factors for Alzheimer's disease, as well as the latest developments, underlying pathology, and advances in early diagnosis and treatment. Yeah.
That's happening tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Yep.
I think that's very interesting. I'm going to be doing that. There's going to be a Native American lecture conference happening at the Doubletree Hotel tomorrow night that I'm going to be filming.
Nice.
So, and there's a lot going on this week too because of Missoula County Public Schools are doing their concert. So if you're interested in seeing a bunch of talented young high school musicians, they're happening tonight and tomorrow night at various high schools.
Cool.
It's all over.
Cool.
You have symphony, you have singing, pop concerts, and bands.
Sweet.
It's always great.
It is.
I mean, like Hellgate is amazing because the band teacher does really great work with them.
Cool. It's nice to see what our youth are doing and what talents they come out with. Yeah, check that out. That's cool. Thanks, Scott. So Hardwood Heart is going to be playing at Draftworks Brewing Company tomorrow at 6, and we actually did do a living room sessions with them.
Maybe.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
So you can find that on our YouTube, MCAT Music.
Yes.
Yeah. The Good Food Store has got a cheese making class. Starts at 6:30, and that starts tomorrow at 6:30. It's $45, but includes a Ricky's cheese making kit, which is a $20 value. So the Good Food Store cheese buyer Jenny Gregory is going to show you how to pull your own fresh mozzarella and share tips for making both ricotta and cottage cheeses. And then savory and sweet dishes will be demonstrated by cooking school manager Emily Walter. They are going to make they're going to do a cheesemonger's history, preparation, sanitation little discussion. And then they're going to make caprese salad with fresh mozzarella, herb spread with fresh cottage cheese, and Italian ricotta lemon cookies.
Cool. Ooh.
Yeah. The University of Montana, they have got a lecture that is going to explore some of the major photographers' technical advances in photographic movements that have both inspired and challenged us. This will be at the University of Montana. It's called Transforming Our World. It starts at 7 p.m. And it's just pretty much the highlights from the history of photography. So it's going to be given a background of photography and all the history of it, and everything that you want to know as a photographer. Galleries will open 30 minutes before and after. So check that out if you're interested. Top Hat Lounge has got Martin Scalin seated with John Newfield and special guests. And he is going to be playing music, obviously. Starts at 7. Tickets are $16 or $14 in advance. And it's an all-ages event. The Badlander, this event is super funny. So the Badlander is doing a mid-drunken night stream. This starts at 7, and so a company of actors is going to perform an hour-long stage reading of Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night's Dream, script in one hand, drink in another. Yeah, so that should get interesting. So it'll be kind of fun to see them progress throughout the show.
This don't understand.
Yeah.
Well.
So that'll be really fun. Check that out if you get a chance. Swan Ecosystem Center, they are having an update on 5 years of West Slope cutthroat research in the Swan Valley. Oh my God. So it's the secret life of our state fish. And so Northwest Connections, they've got an interactive presentation. You can RSVP. You have to go to swanecosystemcenter.org, or you can call 754-3137 if you want to know what's going on with our fish. Yeah. Montana's Disclose Act, End of Dark Money in Politics, is going to be discussed at the Missoula City Council chambers at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. This is sponsored by the Missoula League of Women Voters and Missoula Moves to amend. This is featuring Montana Commissioner Political Practices. And so they're going to be discussing Montana's new Disclose Act and the role of journalism in bringing Montana's Disclose Act information to public.
Boom.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. So journalists, get out there and check it out. The Roxy Theater, they're going to have Art Montana short films. They're going to show a collection of short films showcasing talented artists, artisans, and musicians from the Big Sky State. And it looks like we've got our music. So tomorrow night is open mic night at the Broadway at 9. Dead Hipsters at the Badlander at 9. Joey Redding Crane, the Dirty Birds residency with Maith and Sharma is going to be at the VFW at 9 p.m. $7 for 21 and $10 for 18. Julie Bug and the Northern Exposure will be at the Sunrise Saloon at 9:30, and DJ Holic will be at Monk's at 10 p.m. No cover. Yeah, so that's what's going on for your events. Check out MissoulaEvents.net and check out the Independent, check out the newspaper, and the university website always has their events on there too. Mm-hmm. But we're going to switch gears over to City Council.
Oh yeah, I haven't done City Council in such a long time because there really hasn't been going on. So there was a public comment, and Anna Kempel, who was on our Missoula Live show and is going to be on our Missoula Live show for the next 2 weeks. Cool. On reruns. They're talking about the state of the young child, and she went up there and she gave basically a shout out to the city government and therefore, and here it is. Cool.
Montana ranks 50th in overall child health according to the Kids Count national data source, and early childhood is really the root of a lot of those issues. So I feel like it would be really great to have elected officials and the general public at the event. Currently it is almost sold out, mostly through service providers and several officials from other parts of the community. But it would be great to have city council members or general public there to take part in the event. The luncheon is $15, but we have scholarships available if necessary. So that's it.
Okay, so cool. I mean, that's all she had to say about that. You know, it's happening May 28th from 11:30 to 1 at St. Pat's Conference Center. Cool. Yep. And of course, the consent agenda, they approved claims related to water acquisition in the amount of $500,000 for checks dated May 19, 2015. Adopt a resolution of intent and set a public hearing on June 15th, 2015 to annex City of Missoula-owned sections of Fort Missoula Regional Park. So that's important in terms of the city annexing certain parts of it for Fort Missoula Regional Park. Yep. So they're in the process of making it, but now the City of Missoula had to do that for them because it was a county election, not a city election. Yeah. Next part is adopted ordinance generally amending Title VI Missoula Municipal Code Animals to generally amend and update the city's law pertaining to animals, which basically means they're going to set a public hearing for June 1st, 2015 on a resolution increasing animal control fees effective July 2nd, 2015 to bring them in line with similar fees charged by Missoula County. So basically, the city of Missoula is going to try to be on par with the Missoula County in terms of fees with pets and stuff.
Interesting, yeah.
So, and then of course, set a final reading on golf carts on public roads and highways for May 18th. Yep. They would just need to set a final reading. And of course, all motions passed. There were a couple of other items I just kind of skipped over, but they were just kind of general stuff. But of course, Mayor John Engen had a proclamation he made, and one of them was the Ride of Silence Day, and this is John Engen explaining.
Whereas the annual Ride of Silence, observed around the world since 2003, commemorates those killed or injured riding bicycles and seeks to raise awareness of cyclists and motorists about the importance of sharing the road safely, and whereas the City of Missoula has demonstrated its commitment to cycling by including bicycle lanes on streets, establishing a bicycle and pedestrian program office, and establishing other projects, policies, and programs to promote safe cycling. And whereas several bicyclists have nevertheless been injured in crashes in Missoula in the past year, and there is a continuing need for reminders to both cyclists and motorists that dangerous situations exist where increased awareness and courtesy on the part of all can prevent crashes. And whereas the Bike Walk Alliance for Missoula has organized the Ride of Silence in Missoula since 2008 and will again organize the ride on May 20th, 2015, beginning with a gathering at 6 p.m. in front of the Missoula County Courthouse. Now, therefore, I, John Engen, Mayor of the City of Missoula, in the state of Montana, do hereby proclaim May 20th, 2015 in Missoula, Montana as Ride of Silence Day.
All right,
Nice.
so it is the Ride of Silence Day.
Happy
And of
Ride of
course,
Silence Day, everyone.
he said that there haven't been any major bicycle accidents within the year. So it's been a whole year without any accidents with people on bikes
Oh, actually,
in
no.
Missoula.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I know someone that
Or
got
killed.
into a really bad accident a couple
Really?
weeks ago. Yeah.
Really?
He cracked his skull.
Ooh.
Got super
They
bad.
must have made this
road rash.
proclamation before knowing that.
Yeah, you should have.
All right, so-
he's gotten a really bad accident, but he's doing better, everyone. He's,
That's good.
He's doing better.
But of course, today is the Ride of Silence Day.
So everyone.
So in support of, people who have been in accidents.
Yeah.
And this next thing, what's more fun about City Council than talking about a floodplain update? So the action required, City of Missoula is required as a condition of continued eligibility for the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, to adopt a new floodplain management regulations by the effective date of updated flood insurance rate maps, FIRM, which is scheduled for July 6th, 2015. So we have to have a new floodplain plan or insurance, all this stuff, what we're going to do by July 6th.
Yeah.
So this is basically Jason Weiner, City Councilman, kind of explaining it in his own right here.
We've had public comment in a number of ways on this. Just to back up in case people in the audience haven't been following, we have a model regulation that's promulgated by the Federal Emergency Management Agency related to floodplain ordinances, and we have maps that say where that applies. We are under a statutory deadline to adopt a new model ordinance, and tonight is Council's last opportunity to do that. Staff has recommended 3 changes to the model ordinance, one in the purpose statement, a second that covers cumulative and substantive improvements, and so that is where the floodplain regulations do not apply if you are not making substantial changes to your property. Their recommendation closes a loophole whereby you could change your property bit by stacking building permits, such. So it tracks that, closes the loophole. And I've made all those, my motion includes all those. My motion does not include a new area on the map, which is called X protected by levee, which basically means it is in the 100-year floodplain, or would be if there weren't a levee keeping the water out. This is a new section of the map, and I think we could use some more time to deliberate over it. We've had substantial public comment on it, and I think I'd like to involve the agencies that made the recommendation, FEMA, about why they put it on the map, and consider how we regulate it in some more detail. So we can still meet our statutory deadline if we take action tonight on the model ordinance, and we can return the exportated by levy to committee, have a more substantial discussion, and take action on that as our own calendar and desires dictate.
All right, so that he basically explained, he wants to put it forward because we have to put it forward.
Yeah.
There's a deadline for these insurance and floodplain, but he's saying that we can move forward on the main bulk of it, but there's a couple small details that we can still work on.
Yeah.
And
so
of course,
move forward.
Jason, and then of course Adam Hertz asked questions about this as well, like what kind of recommendations and stuff like that. But Jason Weiner talks about to remove certain items for stakeholders and to leave it open for public comment and see what people think about it. Mm-hmm. And let's see, when does that end? Okay, 33:15. That's for me, not for you. 33:15. Go.
It applies to properties that are currently regulated under the ordinance and not simply to the ones that are protected by levies. It's sort of a different class of regulation. And in my view, essentially what it tries to do is avoid like I said, people evading the regulation by changing the property a bit at a time. And I don't know in what circumstances I would consider that to be appropriate. And so it seems like the kind of thing we can move forward on. I don't want it to get stranded outside of the ordinance that we adopt should we not proceed with the X protected by levy zone, which I think is a real possibility given the conversations that we've had about it. So that's my preference for advancing it tonight. I feel pretty solid on that point in my own mind, and it's not the thing that I want to take more time with.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. But we're going to take a little more time with this next quote. With Brian von Lossberg doesn't want to vote for this amendment, and basically he explains why right here. Ooh, there we go.
Oppose the amendment. I'm concerned as well about stranding closing that loophole when we deal with the X protected by levy section. Don't feel super strongly about it, but I think it's a slightly more prudent way to go. So I'm going to oppose the amendment.
Further discussion?
All right. And that about does it.
Yeah,
of course, looking at it, it was very the official motion passed, the main idea for the whole, the bulk of it, the meat of it passed.
Yep.
A couple of the amending motion to the actual motion was kind of failed. People voted against it. Yeah.
Happens.
It happens. But of course, you can find out more. Today is where all the committee meetings happening, where they talk about policies and plans. So you can check that out by logging on to the website, ca.missoula.mt.us, or you can look in a search engine, City of Missoula. But of course, speaking of what you can do to find out more about MCAT and ourselves, you can go on to our website, mcat.org. And you can see all sorts of wonderful things, updates, new programs and stuff, the John Krakauer video that we did.
Anything you want to know about MCAT, want to see on MCAT, you can check out our website.
And we're going backwards, so let's...
check out our summer camps. You can check out Missoula Community Access Television on Facebook.
You should totally like us. And you can follow us on Twitter.
Yep, and you can also Wake Up Missoula on Twitter, as well as Wake Up Missoula on Facebook.
But not to forget about our website where you can get in contact with us by clicking on the contact tab. But you have to first go to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. But you can pretty much find us if you go to Wake Up Missoula on any search engine. Yep. It's really simple.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I'd like to end the show.
Yes. Well, everyone, and so our show will go on Friday, but we will not air on Monday.
We will not air on Monday.
And then I'll be back.
Thanks for reminding me, because I haven't told Lori that we're not going to air on Monday.
Oh, Lori, for watching.
Yeah.
And then I will be back next Wednesday to tell you all about my trip.
Yep, and it's Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So this Friday it's going to be just me and Asaph.
Yeah.
Unless Asaph has something come up, I don't know.
No, nothing that I know of.
Good. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a great week. Have a great Memorial weekend, and I will see you all next week.
Yep.
And Scott, I'll see you Friday.
So for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ramp.
I'm Noelle McBoy, and this is Asaph.